hello, hello. Pretend like this is the beginning. We'll just nothing even happened. Were you Chuck? What were you even talking about? Crazy, silly, sleepyhead. Um, no, I was I had our power went out earlier and it reset everything, and I guess I forgot to fix that. Is there's no audio either. There it goes. That's okay. It was only 4 minutes. We left Everart's place. We have a place to be at like hour and a half. Hey, who are you?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion who wears a simple yet elegant slogan, fuck the world.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Was it a good idea on the lieutenant's part to get into this? Don't even answer that. Just leave. You can always come back later. On your own.
I did get scared. And then I asked how you were.
I can tell you who we're not, cop.
You did scare me.
We're not snitches or skulls.
But your friend's jacket says...
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
These skull people are more than an authority. They're deities.
Lego Flower Goopy wants those. I've been looking at trying to get some for her. We would love to get a whole bunch of Legos, but we don't have the time or place to keep them, and our children are monsters.
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
I'm so glad you
The
asked.
question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever.
Yeah, they are expensive. Especially the ones we want. All the cool ones are expensive.
An infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their
Swagger.
non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual. A testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
You guys know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
Man was hanging in the back at the Whirling and Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Like murder or wasting your life away.
You guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
Whoever that is.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
Yeah, it's returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
Odd. There isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're pissed and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
See, you kids are into anodic dance music? Why aren't there more skulls in Martinet? Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of the skulls or not? Enough about this scullery then.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to its why.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
Good, I like those. Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops. I want to talk about music, and now there's a conflict all of a sudden. It's too much.
That's right. You should back off and let silence rule supreme.
What is wrong with you? Now you're just empowering these punks.
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us. The vehicle of our future operations. Death and nothingness.
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs want to eat.
Just trust me and follow my lead.
So, boys, want to feed the dogs?
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable. The other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless continuing to steal glances at the lieutenant's motor carriage.
Why aren't there more skulls in
The
Martinet?
Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
That's right.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Young man exchange of proving nuts. Your rhetoric's confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And then what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Enough about the scullery then.
Mm-hmm.
There's a long glance at the Kanema. What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have that written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
I don't think it is.
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Why you have fuck the world written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love,
Mine's
which is
goofy.
actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase. The hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything.
Oh,
If you
horrible.
blow up the lake, though,
That's a horrible. That's a terrible metaphor.
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim.
Yes?
I think it's a
What
coincidence.
is?
There are 2 of us, 2 of these
What are
jackets.
you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a that or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Okay, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine. If only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
Whoa! Whoa, Kim.
So are we
Whoa!
done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Give me the jackets.
These guys aren't scary. You're not scary.
What kind of cop am I?
Nothing to worry
Hobo
with
cop.
here.
I don't know.
It's either begging or bullying. Or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Sorry, cop. Good cop, bad cop. Mostly a sorry cop. I apologize a lot. I'm in any of your jackets.
Why?
Sad cop. Hell yeah. Look at the shit I'm wearing.
Yeah, like he said, total shit. What about it?
Spark of sympathy in the youth's eyes. I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing. It's not shit. It's disco. My clothes make me sad. I need to fun it up. Leather would be such a cool look on me.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Fuck it, I don't deserve a cool jacket. I suck.
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad shit.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy.
You're gonna be a bad skull.
Wow. I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
I'm not gonna.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine.
Damn.
My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
I know you say you're more of that guy, but we only have one jacket. And I want it. We don't need the other one. You say you're more of it, so guys. So I got the jacket for you.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
But don't you want to express your individuality?
I already am expressing my individuality.
It's good to know we have it. Should the need arise?
The need will not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
I didn't think that I would get the jacket. I didn't want this one. +1 trauma, -1 authority. Nah, that's cool. I wonder if the Skull Girl's still there. We have a little while before we have to meet whoever at wherever. Boo.
There it is again. There's a spectral scent haunting this pair, no doubt. And it smells like sea brine mostly, because it's a pair. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
I can kind of smell dreams being ground down by capital.
Without a doubt. Your politico-olfactory cortex doesn't deceive you. The smell is coming from that balcony over there.
You mean from Cindy?
Certainement. A precocious communist youth. A symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters. A chance to establish contact with the future. What a beautiful, terrible thought.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Some of the best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay then, how's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Oh, that's kind of poetic. Hey sister, let's talk politics for a moment. Hey Gooper. How is you?
And what do you know about politics?
Looking for comrades to help me fire up the great Mazovian sausage grinder. Will you help me? Well, you guys said there's someone trying to organize an underground revolutionary cell. My nose told me that you're also a communist. We should team up, join forces. I'm searching for a bunch of mole people. I'm ready to be done. This is your first break. Yeah, I got the girl out 20 minutes ago. More or less. Is work going rough? She did. It was a good episode. We'll have to watch it tomorrow. Filters? What kind of filters? I gotta do furnace filters. Is that next week? Furnace filters? I gotta do furnace filters. I think it's next week. Not like this coming week, the one after that. Well, yeah, you're supposed to do furnace filters every, like, 3 months or so. A friendly reminder, anyone watch it. It's July. You should probably change your furnace filter. Anyways. Yeah. We have to do it not this coming week, but the next one. I'm not super excited. It'll be the first time doing it with Ani, but it's fine. Sure, it'll be fine. My nose told me you're a communist.
Well. Sounds like quite the
I sure do.
you've got there.
It's because of all the dust.
Your olfactory department wants you to know that it accepts no responsibility for wherever this line of interrogation leads you.
Dusty old people, that's right. Some of their filters are wild. Like, you pull it out and you're like, how? It's been 3 months. How is this blanketed with dust?
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk the ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban.
Who's the ban?
Right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Does this Esteban happen to go around in a white jacket?
He might.
Will you help me find him?
No.
Pretend to think about it for a moment.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
The money you want? Here, take some. I got plenty. Offer 5 real. I guess I should give up then. Nothing ever works out for me. Just tell me what you want me to do.
A wicked grin extends across her face. A laughing skull. Death hilarious. This is gonna be bad.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
Oink, oink.
Wow. That was easier than I expected. It's almost like you've been wanting to do it this whole time.
A cool, damp feeling ripples through you. You realize you needn't have rolled over quite so easily.
Yeah.
The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Kim, I feel like you hate
Sounds
me.
like you're really serious about meeting Steban. It's touching. Sort of. Steban's group meets only at night. In an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting
Her
is
Digivice doesn't
tonight.
even go. Like, there's not like a scan. There's not a slide thing. A card slot thing. Maybe. I have some old Digimon cards.
Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
Why do I feel like there's a catch?
Oh, smart pig. Because there is. See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but I wonder whether it might have something to do with that phrase Mañana mentioned overhearing.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot. Wait, what first? Oh, right. Good thinking, Kim. I was totally about to say that. That's really dumb. You should feel embarrassed even suggesting that. Good thinking,
The
Kim.
lieutenant nods.
Guess this is what happens when two pigs put their heads together.
Seems slightly disappointed.
That's enough. Off with you then.
Okay. Yeah. Someone's been running. You must meet her near the old fish market at 10. Okay. So just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Not close enough to the waterfront to fast travel. Even though I'm definitely at the waterfront. Or in front of the water. 1776. That's how much money I have. Oh, I need to turn that off. One sec. I am there. I will travel here. Here we go. Said, shit. Said I have to walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Well, now I'm up at the towards the church, I think. Well, maybe not. Yeah, this the boardwalk. Shame that I can't pass time. There's a point viewer and hold on to something. The wind is strong. A long way down to your desk from here, 20 meters at least. Yeah, well, it's shades technically, making the Lego flowers. But yeah, we were talking about how you were looking at them, and they're really cool and also really expansive. Yeah, I'd just be worried about the kids or the cat taking them out. Is there anything around where I'm at? Now I'm over by the church. Here, let's show it here. Since we have so much time, apparently. Hoppets. Hoppets? What's that? Hoppies?
Look, the insane police officer is back.
That's me. Is it 9:22 in the morning or is it 9:22 in the evening? Can't really tell. Okay, they're like little single piece round, like, oh, that sounds bad. I don't like that.
Blowing his brains out. You see his rat face contorted in mock despair, his fingers touching his temple. There's laughter in the room. Try not to kill yourself this time. As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
I know you like perler beads. I think they would drive me insane. Put in my Discord. Oh, those are cute. Look at their cute flowers. Those are really nice. Oh, like little fairy lights to wrap around it? That'd be cute. As you look around this room full of sweaty men swearing, drinking, spit out tobacco, I get it, Tice. You guys really are the authority around here. Oh. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer, sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now.
I was trying to go back. Ew.
Not
No, just sit here.
Push on.
Back to the filters. I'm sorry. You got this, Goopy. You stay strong. I started late. I might be here while you go on lunch. I love you. That's nice. Hopefully there's no surprises in the boxes this time. No. I love you. No. I got drunk. So drunk I drove my car into the sea. I don't give a shit either, just like you guys. I'm also a big fan of beer, and jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, like you.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal.
Good night, Bane. Thank you for hanging out. And you get some good sleepies.
Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what?
All right, enough talk. All we want to do is pump you up.
This one's for you, Bane. I always forget how long 30 seconds is. Arms.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Someone's been raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up. But on his...
You should. You should.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Classy.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
Miss Oranje disco dancer.
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Cool.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary? So the rape, when was that? So what's your relationship with her? I think I know her.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
That's what I was gonna say.
It was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So was your relationship with her? He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room.
How well Do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant, or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
You say you party. Cool. That's cool, but what did you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right?
Yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
So, the rape, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off now. It seems pretty bright. I'm thinking it might be 9 in the morning.
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
Met her in the hallway after I woke
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
up. I didn't rape
What you're
her.
saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
No.
Then, don't ever say that again. What else?
That's it.
This is unprofessional. Not sharing information with me is unprofessional.
His opinion of you has lowered considerably.
I told him other things. I
Yes.
told him other things. Friend. I think it's 9 in the morning.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
So bill calculations looks like she's had an extended stay. It's the penthouse. Oh, dirty clothes. A woman's. This room has sad all over it. Reminds you of your own. See the yard below. The corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels or anything else interesting, it seems. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth.
Look at the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Quite the collection here.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. Nothing of note. The further you look, the more arcane it gets. You don't know what the rest of this stuff does.
Great. Great and awesome. And fine and swell. You feel someone watching you behind the glass door. A woman. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Your fingers across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
What is this, guilt now?
Whatever it is, it's messing with your concentration.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Thanks, Necktie. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Smell cigarette smoke in there. Astra menthol. Cold coffee and ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Welcome to the roof.
What? The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Inferno.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Oh yeah. Feel the power.
I have grown accustomed to the power, miss. Once a cop, always a cop.
Like riding a coppercycle.
That's right.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Takes a pencil drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Just in case he's trigger warning.
No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Thanks, Coach, but I think I'll dilly-dally this time.
You sound like a namby-pamby.
That's fine.
Coach physical instrument is overdoing it, even by my standards. Say something else first.
What's your name, miss, for the record?
Lazier Amondu.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What is Aranya?
The bad memory, officer.
Understood.
It's the past. People can't go back to the past.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
I'm older than her. What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
Okay.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Ad starts in 1 minute. Ernie's lit.
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What's Ernie's literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Ernie's lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money's very important. Very important. Show her some money. Cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Can we take a look at your passport,
I'm
please?
afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
Okay then.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
What is this wildflower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail.
But she's so far away from me.
Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's Sambo?
The martial arts, sir. Is that it?
Sudden change of topic. Yes, why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
An admirer, miss? Any admirers, miss?
I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no
28.
fashionable society.
A nice room you got here.
It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
Hmm. What are you doing here?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
No, this is Sassy Town. That's where the future of dance lies. You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been.
I'm really not.
I hate to say it, but you got sad all over the place.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
Exactly, it's the nature of the contamination.
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
Just taps the roof with her heel.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
Something is bad. In my head, in the past.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past.
The feeling white and filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's everywhere.
Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got. With a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Probably, yeah.
Love is terror.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
Yeah, quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
Narcomania is nothing to be proud of, miss. It's quite impressive. How'd you... No further questions.
I always heard you RCM guys were cool. You are.
Oh, Windows new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
I have a personal question.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Okay, Kim. Fine. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
It's not that early.
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake?
So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery, sexual assault maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us? Are you sure you weren't right? What did happen between you and the victim? What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age? What did they hang him for, if not rape? Why was there a bullet in his head? How did Hard Boys know you?
Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
Partied? Where I've heard that before. The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
No one parties harder than me. Harder than this? Keep pointing at your face. I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
Oh.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
That was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Tearing off his armor. Demeaning him. Throwing rocks at him.
Collar's voice was
I
disguised.
didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it. How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery foam cutter.
In the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
It seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Can you tell me about him? Name, eyes,
I'm
age?
sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
She sees them in each other's arms.
I see him as me.
She fishes a cigarette out of her pack and lights it, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
She breathes out through her nostrils. The air smells of menthol.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
What'd they hang him for if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Times, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
That was cut together weird. They shot him too? Should have been they shot him, comma, too. They shot him too? Or they shot him too? Something kind of like that.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer. She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how'd you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Understood.
She sips her coffee. Birds circle overhead. Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Jesus.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
You sure you weren't?
I'm 89% sure.
Does that mean you're 11% not sure?
You know how it is.
Do you?
Do I?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
I don't know what to say about this.
I'm sorry, miss, but we need a definite statement.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officers. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be this flippant if I had been?
Thank you.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
A little
She
thing.
nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth. She looks back. Time moves slowly, the triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry, we will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Miss Oranje Disco Dancer, you want to put your hand on her back and feel it arch.
What is happening?
Nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being beguiled?
She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds. Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
What?
Believe it.
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this, she is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
How'd this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No.
What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
What's her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, huh? No, Mr. Conclusion. You're always kind of limited in your analytical abilities. That's not her fault, but still.
I've been telling myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
Did I stumble over that word? Miss, are you manipulating me?
God, no.
Okay.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together. It's me, I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect. Like rock star politician
Yuck.
and drug addict teacher.
Had a few of those.
Superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Yeah, it's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately. Got the wrong impression. I'm no superstar. I'm trash.
Yeah, a cool, trash superstar. Big dick cop down on his luck. Salam Rocky by here. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Wait, what's that about ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak. A pulmonary tract infection. Atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
No, I'm too down B. I won't say those things anymore.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known. I have reason to doubt my ability to see through her lies.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here. No, she's manipulative.
So you said to her, what did you mean by it?
Just have my skills get compromised singing her tune. My assessments of her are untrustworthy.
She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things. But I wouldn't call myself compromised.
Well, I am anyway.
I am not easily swayed by young women. But on the other hand, the best liars are candid. And she was candid.
The lieutenant seems oddly sure he is not compromised. Not psychologically, at least. Is it hubris?
Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back soon enough.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Take a long time to walk over here, Titus. Let's go over the victim again.
Again? Seriously, man. Yeah, whatever.
Says she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Actually, he did, Elizabeth. He did explicitly specify that she was that, and that he trusted her, and she could not be trusted.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
She was very lucid.
He wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lieutenant's voice began to retrain his agitation.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Titus Hardy.
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet, too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Another apocalyptic actor in town?
I'm not sure I care about the tape. You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
What's on this tape?
What's on it? We call it the Dorgun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Where'd you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you bugged them? How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing the advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
No, that's enough for now. I'll get back to the
Don't
investigation.
forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to
You
it.
do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
A few more things about the tape before I go listen to it.
Yeah?
I'll
Why
go
don't
listen to it.
you do that?
I have some stuff on here now. Kim's not around to stop you. Ask Classy about what she heard from her night before you emerged into reality. She must know something. Need specifics. How you pay attention. Later when she has collected herself.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Play the tape.
You push command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
Not the chickens. That's me.
Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your portal reel. The tape stops spinning.
Is at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
Who's this Cordy?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
Think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated. He did say he's going to do it. You can't edit words into someone's mouth. Or you can't actually. I think it sounded alright, just letting off some steam.
Still.
Lieutenant looks at tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
Okay, then, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony. At least to some degree.
Okay.
Six crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it had meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Does flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it a coincidence, it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none.
Blow on your fingers.
Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Jamrock, and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals, then sprinkle them in the stream like white salt.
Yeah, we're not knocking this time, we're just coming back.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Hez Harder gave us a recording where the deceased stated his intentions to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back
Her
up.
memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Yes.
He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Kohoi,
The young woman lights a new cigarette with the butt of her old one.
he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his,
What you
what's
think?
the word I'm looking for?
Persona?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
One of these floating pieces of paper, a black one, just floated across over here, and I thought it was a spider or something crawling across my screen. I got scared. He said he's mentally done. That sounded like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
You like this kind of stuff?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Tell us more about the victim.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
Lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Yeah, tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
You liked it?
Quite a lot, yes.
What did it represent? Do you know?
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
Show off to chicks. How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Dirty with what?
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, But what's this, baby? And he's like, saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths. And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
Where is Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Shakes his head like you just missed a shot in the darts. I think it was a shot in the dark, is the right? Okay, look at Classier. You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together was in Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex. Alcohol.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
Lieutenant makes a correction in his notes.
The adversary one.
His eyes were blue?
Yes. Light blue. They were like...
Stops her eyes half
like
closed.
little blue galaxies. It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
We ordered a toxicology report. Any idea what will show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
He told me love did him in.
That's not funny, officer.
Sorry. Tell me something odd. Did he enjoy his death?
Why do you ask?
Just have her answer the question. Don't give explanations.
This came to me in an occult vision. It's just a feeling I have. Indulge me. His answer to the question, miss, did he enjoy the moment of his death?
Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and too many bad things to do. Couldn't tap out just yet.
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer. No, it doesn't check out. Can't you see she's clearly avoiding something here? That's a strange thing to suggest. The lady is as fair and just.
I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
James slips it back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Let's talk more about this so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
Never mind. Actually, I already talked about.
You know, change the subject to something more lighthearted now.
Let's return to this later, miss.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am? How old do I look?
How old? 58.
Oh my god, that's really old. Really? If you're wrong. We were both wrong with the C's. He turned out to be 40.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing longer than that. Ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I feel like I've been decomposing.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly extreme.
There's silence. Then a little more.
Al Ghul. Alcohol.
Here it comes.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
The laboratorium.
Face looks like it's 50. Your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for one day or both. The longer than they ought to be. The day and the century. What? Like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Both longer than they ought to be. The day and the century. But for how long then has this... Jesus, thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours out of one. When and where were you born? I don't have enough stuff to tell you. Let's get another about the tattoo's possible meaning. Ooh. No. This is what I want.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
I talked to Clausia about the tape.
Man,
Ain't nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything. It didn't change her mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
Sounds like he wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
She did not say whoop-de-doo. It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. But I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright. I'll fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
I think this was personal for you. I think you had feelings for her. You know what I think? Women are crazy, man. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. She's still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
That's not what he said at all. He said, pfft. Everyone's got feelings for each other. Where are you going with this?
It's alright, Glenn. I just thought, gee. I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently I was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
You wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Yeah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
It's just a girl. Titus, she has my whole skill set compromised. She's some kind of a pro. Not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. I guess you do know her then.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
Trying to face something.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah.
There's a silence in the room. Alan starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Oh. It's just my rhetoric has got no points in it. I'm so close to leveling up though.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
You guys are telling me they're good and they aren't.
Those are the other guys. My shit is solid gold. You can trust me.
Can I? All those ideas look really bad.
Oh, you don't like these arguments? Let's see you come up with your own then. Come on. Everyone's waiting. Where are they? Why is Goldmouth mean to him? Something is wrong. It doesn't look like he's succeeding.
Okay, man, it's clear you're being played like a fiddle. You know what's going on here? I've been wrong, too. I got this fucking dark shadow in my heart. Titus, the same thing happened to me. She manipulated me, too. I'm going to tell you a little story about Kim here. Kim, I'm going to need your gun again. No, we're not doing that again.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one's fiddling anyone in here.
I'll fiddle you. Wait.
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Bend over. I'll show you. Who you think you playing that in your fiddle? Grinned sagely. 'Tis pity she's a whore. Ad starts in 1 minute. For a dramatic finale on the miniature in your fiddle, the hunter becomes the hunter. Promise there would be good options. Where are they?
Oh, you want more good options? Here we go. So good.
I mean, your sweet little plaything upstairs, Titus, pussy boy. You and I both know where this is going. Who do you think? Just pretty sure. Good lord, what is happening to me?
I think you're losing it, Fiddleman.
No. This fucking suicide carny is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus Hardy. Put the fiddle down. Or walk away. It's that simple.
He'll put the fiddle down. Put it down, officer.
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept was solid, but the delivery tragically off. You sounded like a madman, not a cop.
Take off time. We gotta level up our rhetoric. What's some stuff we can do? I can do the mirror again? Did I do my interfacing or something?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face, adorned with the expression. You're still not accustomed to it.
Your chain cutters fix the faucet. Ah.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Damaged ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the wall. It's proving to be harder than expected.
Okay. Can't do that. Samarin butter. Padlock door. Knick-knack Sam. Padlock door. Rene Arnois. We could get to talk to Joyce. Okay, I had to talk to her about shit anyways. Let's check this thing again.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let me tell you about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samarin Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samarin to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
He wants to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
We're going to need bolt cutters for this.
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way, but one step ahead of the Union in another.
Or I have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Okay, I may have my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes.
We'll take it.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
I found my badge, by the way.
I love you did. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish.
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
This was your plan all along.
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
How bad can the info she has be?
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay it. Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus. Better let it be.
I'm glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government. The one that leases you the right to police West Revachol. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What's your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago.
Negotiations.
After that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
King is dead. Long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
From
I
us.
first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
What do you think of Everett?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Yeah, that's right.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of them?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the Union itself, outside the Brothers, Claire?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
Whoopee. You at lunch?
And your opinion, detective?
We're getting close to the end of my stream.
I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs...
How's it going? Did you finish those filters? Oh. Almost out of that section. Heck yeah. You like doing HBC? I know sometimes you don't.
Of course, officer.
It's not bad. One more thing. You said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Great.
Downright haunting, if you ask me.
Jimmy Hamilton.
The Wild Pines suspected
Not
foul
throwing
play,
away your shot.
but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
I was trying to set up music for Maymay's nap, and gosh, there was a lot of Hamilton and Epic I had to scroll through before I found her sleepy Digimon music.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
Yeah. Which, what do you... Are you gonna eat with your dad, or are you going to... She was scrolling. Probably not gonna eat with your dad. Eat on the way. Yeah. I was gonna say that'd probably be an awkward meal. What happened to that guy?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget.
Oh.
Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then. Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
That's all I need here. Let's change the subject.
How else can I help?
That's all for now. I need to do something. Oh, that's a thing that's in my thing.
A cockatoo is a parrot. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang-bang cockatoo. Where to even begin? Pet owners, or it is not recommended to get a cockatoo. Where to even begin? Pet owners also, it is not recommended to get a cockatoo. You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They... Ouch. That must hurt. This is a yellow... Ooh. Perhaps in the words of it must be glorious to behold. Dark. Despite its banging name, the Bang Bang cockatoo is actually...
Okay, well, I don't know why I even could do that. The schedule, if I could just make it to stay up until like 1 p.m. without being... I think it'd be okay. 1 p.m. That's late though. What? Because like, well, don't you have to be up around 2 for pickup when school starts? If you could sleep one day, that'd be great, but I mean, summer's halfway over, but it wouldn't be bad to start with 1 to 8, I guess. That's kind of what I figured, is you were going to try to sleep during their school hours, or at least partially during their school hours. And then maybe partially, like, when I get home or something. Tasks. Inspect the traps. Oh, yeah, I have to do all that. Oh, I need to call the library. Since they're open now. Before it gets to the point where they're not open. Yeah, I've been enjoying carrying my water bottle at work, too. Like, I don't obviously carry it in between work orders. I just leave it at my desk, but it's been nice to have.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Hold on, officer.
I know, when I went to refill it, there was still ice there. I was kind of shocked. I would love an insulated one.
I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2. 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Majin, a reader.
Billy Majon, you said.
Majan, that's how I said it.
I'll have to check our database.
This time the receiver.
On Moreau Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
Yes, home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
Number 20.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Do you have any information on that guy?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Here's someone answer from afar.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay, if it was the police, she starts explaining something.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
So Billy Majon is a woman, not a man? How did your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later, on the lookout.
You know her husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looks like?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second.
See, I get phone calls like this sometimes where I have to go back and forth between the person I'm standing next to and like my boss or someone. And usually it gets to the point where I'm like, you know what, let me put you on speaker. And then I'll make them talk to the vendor.
Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Thank you, that's all for me. I have no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
The librarian hangs up and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click.
Anything else you need from me?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Go to number 20. I think I have to go around. I think I have to go down and around. I just...
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
Is there a reason for me to do that? Oh, this is a flamboyant poster with the white star. Real lithography. What, fast food breakfast sounds good? None sounds good. I mean, McDonald's is a safe go-to. I felt called out the other day. I got on Rocket Money. I get like, here's your June spending report or whatever, your monthly spending reports, and it's like, this is your highest thing from this month, your highest purchase, your most expensive. And you want to know what our most common purchase was? McDonald's. Our most frequent purchase. There's a critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. I felt called out. Revolutionaries posing with guns. Ooh, I can level up my rhetoric. I know, but I still was like, that's annoying. I don't know. Something about it, I felt attacked.
Depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns.
I don't know why.
The plinth reads, Kraz Mazov.
This tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom. Kim, who is Krasmazov?
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Masovianism. His theories about economic history greatly
I also like Wendy's more.
even say sparked the anti-centennial revolution.
Why does the tenant have a bust of him in their bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Hero of the working class, so it says you. Whoever lives here needs to learn how that comic actually works. Nothing cool about keeping his bust on your nightstand.
He was definitely controversial. The tenant here seems to like him.
Well, making him piggyback their new special treats, split the food between the kids. I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's a pretty decent deal.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
I forgot I was holding the chain cutter still. A bullet. I'm not really sure why we came in here. Okay. What's the pub I got? Big box of screws. No, yeah, that sounds right.
Give me a moment.
That's rough, buddy. I'm looking for Billy Majon. Do you know where she lives?
It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Majons in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of those doors on the balcony.
Thanks. I think I'm on the wrong balcony. We should make hobo chicken soon. That also over the grill is how hobo chicken's usually made. Is that not how we made hobo chicken before? I love hobo chicken. Oh, we done it in the oven? Yeah, whenever I think of hobo chicken, I think of it over the grill. You just throw it all in a big thing of foil, wrap it up, and throw that on the grill. That's number 20.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup alongio. The lieutenant
Onion soup?
motions to you
French onion
to
soup?
Go ahead and knock.
I'm okay with that.
This is the door. You already know
And
it's the right door.
Alright, that's something.
This is going to be so hard.
That's something that we could do like ahead of time, like wrap it all up and then put it in the fridge or something, and then basically let it marinate, and then when it comes time to cook, just toss it on.
Get yourself together. It's just police work.
Don't knock. Just leave. You don't need this. You don't need to sad it up.
Hold on, Kim, we should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
Looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now,
I love
delivering
Billy
death
as a girl's
notification
name.
is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's...
Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
That's true. Whenever you're talking to someone, you should never be like, I know how you feel. Because that sounds like you're just brushing it off. You never know how someone feels. If you don't know what to say, though, and you're trying to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're trying to be like, you know, like, I get it, I've been in a similar situation, you have to voice it kind of in that perspective, where it's like, I don't know how you feel, but I've been in, like, a similar scenario, or, this is how it would make me feel. But you also don't want to make it about yourself.
Good advice.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
Lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
Voice calls out from the other side of the door.
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Méjean's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Us? You hear shuffling inside.
Tidying up. Nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in, the door is open.
Maybe it's not her first language.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her
I
face.
don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place.
Kim is here. Identify the leather jacket. Identify the library card. Discuss things with Kim, Lieutenant's handkerchief. Yeah.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
So he's dead like that?
Yes. That's the most important thing. Use that word.
I'm very sorry to say it, but your husband, Victor Méjean, was found dead on the Martinet boardwalk.
What did you say?
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Your husband, Victor Méjean, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh,
She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
But he was just here, alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, man.
What happened to him?
She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. Well, why'd you have to... It's still early to say, but at first glance it seems like he slipped and hit his head. It's an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role, yes. We don't know yet, but we will let you know when the results arrive. Alcohol may have played a role, yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It's hard to say at this point.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress.
Here.
That's why he had a handkerchief out. The lieutenant takes out his handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away her tears. Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend? A family member? Someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
It burns like acid.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
I should know. Do you want us to call them? Ask them? Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
She nods, but with a wretched expression.
She can't take much more. Her stomach is churning. Soon she will have to go to the bathroom and scream.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly.
Okie dokie, sweetie.
Here's his number.
I hope you have a good rest of your night. I love you. Wow. You've done so much planning that there's 3 N's in the middle of that word. He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
Hell yeah. She rubs her face, runs her fingers over the cheeks that become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
She runs out of breath.
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her to leave the room. I was going to look around the room first. No.
You did well.
The lieutenant says as soon as you left the apartment, the balcony feels cool and quiet with a stunning view over the district. What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased.
And what about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Right. This is close then.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go talk to Tiny Tim or whatever his name is. Like all that. And then we'll probably end it for the night. It's already 2:30. What I get for starting at midnight. Maybe the kids will have some mercy on me in the morning.
It's you again. What is it?
Well, yeah, I know. It's fine. Please.
I don't
God.
know what went wrong the
Bless
last
it.
time. You have so many good ideas here.
I really
Make them
don't.
all see their puppets on a string.
I really don't.
What the hell are you talking about?
Let's awaken this world so they came with me in ancient sadness.
Oh, that shadow. A man your age. The hangover must be lethal. I never thought I'd say this, but maybe you should cut back on the drink.
I haven't had a single drink since I started playing.
You should cut forward on the drink.
Shut up, electrochemistry.
That's enough for the shadow now, officer. Let's do procedural questions, or even, why not take a little breather?
These working class oafs don't know how to talk about feelings. You shouldn't have opened up to them, or anyone.
Oh, great. I need to level up my rhetoric. Again. See you tomorrow, Goofy. I love you.
Big old window.
Have a good rest of your night.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Have a good night.
Huh?
Someone said a key in the bush. The guy looks behind him. Can you let me slide by so I can grab
I
thing?
don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Thank you,
Come
Theo.
on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Off yourself. Make it up to me, cop. I still got my money on that.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union Box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Wonder what doors it opens.
Could open the door in the kitchen.
That's what I was
Blue
wondering.
Door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there.
Okay, check this real quick, and then we'll go to bed.
You see a heavy steel. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Hello. Pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. Pinball's white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. No, MB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. $5.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
It's a lit. Can you see what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Am I about to play flippin' pinball?
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The myth legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
I hate when I stretch and I turn up the volume on my thing. That's with all the goats.
Indeed. Think of them as bulls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm.
Gritty ball is lit.
You're able
Get your
to
pinball on.
3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
That's what they call me.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That's not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
Pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. Lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. Hit the pads as fast as you can. Maximum attack. Not even a bullet can get through. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound.
Bad at
Eyes
ball
are
games.
useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done.
I
Just
have. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake, and then it's all over.
I can't even make these if it's impossible to win. I'm curious. What a... Okay, well.
How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself to spite you. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Wow. That's sad. Apparently, you can win it.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust of the white Diora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball? Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
What about the other one, the Franco-Nigerian ball? Want to play that?
No.
Well, we fire one of these bad boys up, play some ball.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
He looks away.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now. Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kimball?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
Hey, Kimball.
What?
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers.
Looks at you the size of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them.
Fine. I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
You don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
So, wait. That's why you don't... That's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
Hmm. Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
Yeah.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open.
I really need to go to bed.
Inviting you to step inside.
Look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Convenient.
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Says last maintenance was in 88.
But it does. I say, let's brave it.
The elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
That's disappointing.
If some form of time travel becomes possible in the future,
That starts
I
with
doubt
1
its
minute.
inventors will use it to repair elevators in Martinez.
Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Great. I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Taps out the gutter and light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Close the door and go up. Hello. One window is taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Books of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for pinball machines. Futurism themed. Ooh. Pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up fixing pinball machines at some point. This used to be a pinball workshop.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
Oh my gosh. He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the Harties bang away at it.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Rex really is part of the Duke commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he could perform counterspells. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust cover age. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Okay. What does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classia's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Yeah, her room's right here. Have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
Look The prints look like one person went back for it, but doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging, Kim. Doesn't look like the workers' boots for the hanging, does it?
Between that and that.
The elevator doors in the corner and the barn door. This doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
It doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found in the hanging.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. A tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see the classiest bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural. The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred from the inside.
So what's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Class about this route. See how she reacts?
Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
And by the door.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
I need to talk to you about your room again.
Yeah?
That door there. Did you know it leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
There's a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
Peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
The lieutenant points to her window. The unmade bed is visible through the glass.
Okay.
There's a pause as she processes this information.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
We don't know.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
The hole? No. But...
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
There are tracks on the floor. They're recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
She feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door.
It's an old pinball workshop. The room back there. This place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
That's all for now.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
All right.
Okay, well, I think that's where we're going to end it for now. I don't have anything specific that I need to do. I can go talk to Gart when we come back. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. Is anyone live at 3 in the morning on a Saturday? Shicky is live. Looks like he's playing Dark Souls or something. We'll do a Shicky raid. Why not? I will be back tomorrow playing some Metaphor Refantasio. And we might do a bonus stream on Monday for Sly Cooper. If not, we'll be back with Sly Cooper on Thursday. Expedition 33 on Friday, and more Disco Elysium on Saturday. Until then, thank you all so much for hanging out. Please enjoy the rest of your day and or night. Please remember to be kind to one another, and I will see you all in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.